Hello and welcome to this lighting workshop. My name is Jon Gray, and for the past 30 years I've been working in the professional world of fashion, advertising and glamour photography. I also teach fashion and advertising photography at the American Intercontinental University in London. I've been commissioned to shoot for a variety of clients like magazines, calendars, posters and catalogue companies. I've recently produced a book called The Complete Guide to Beauty and Glamour Photography. What I hope to do during this DVD is to demonstrate different studio and location lighting techniques, which I hope you find interesting and informative. The camera I'm going to use is the Mamiya 645D AF with a phase 1 digital back, and I'm going to be using a 150mm portrait lens and an 80mm lens. For the location section, I will be using the Canon 20D digital camera with a 24 to 85mm zoom lens. I do a lot of interior and exterior location photography, and these Esprit Gemini lights are very versatile. I don't have to be too concerned that if at the location there isn't easy access to any mains power. Also, the battery packs are very light and easy to take on location and are also waterproof. In my opinion, a very useful addition to your location kit. In the past, I've had countless problems with camera flash sync leads. You either trip over them or they work loose or misfire. I use this pulsar radio trigger system because it avoids all these problems and gives me the freedom to wander around the studio or location with ease. I use a zip disk reflector for studio and location photography. It has the versatility to give me either silver, gold, white, black or matte effects. The zip disk is very light and easy to carry. The softbox is very useful as a soft fill-in light and is also big enough to use for portraits and full-length shots. The grid light diffuser and soft light reflector is one of my favourite attachments. It has the ability to give you surrounding soft light effect plus a harsher effect in the centre of your image. I like using this attachment for fashion portraits. The sunlight reflector is a great attachment for portraits and beauty style photography. I think this attachment gives you the ability to have more control of your lighting, and you can also change the intensity and softness of the effect this light gives out. I use these grid light attachments for a variety of effects, including rim lighting, hair lighting, background lighting, and also as a main light for male portraits. You can also change the size of the grids to vary the intensity. This backlight attachment is very useful for giving you interesting graduated effects on your background. This maxi light reflector with barn doors enables you to control the spread and direction of your light, suitable for lighting backgrounds and also creative portraits. The snoot attachment is very useful for lighting small areas. I use it for creative portraits, lighting hair and as a rim light. The high glide system in my studio, in my opinion, is one of the most useful pieces of equipment that I possess. As I don't have acres of space, this system helps me to be able to create intricate lighting setups without falling over light stands. It also enables me to be much more precise with the positioning of my lights. A must-have for a small studio.
I'm the makeup artist for today, and the shoot today is a headshot, a beauty shot and a model's jade. The first thing I've done obviously is put a base on which just smooths away any imperfections and covers up any little blemishes or anything like that you might have. Then I've defined the eyebrows and put a nice basic eye colour on and kept it very, very natural. This sort of shoot is very important that you work with the model's features and you don't overshadow anything and make her natural look come out and not change it in any way. She's keeping her hair very natural. The makeup really is another prop like lighting is. You use it just to enhance or to make a mood or an atmosphere with the shot. We've just used browns and things today just to make her look better than her natural self.
Okay Robert, now we're going to start setting the lighting up for the beauty shot, and the first thing we've got to do is decide where we're going to put the model.
How do you decide where to place your model?
Well, what's quite important about the positioning of your model is to actually decide whether you want any shadows on the background or how much control you want on the background. And so for this case, I'm going to have the model about 1.5 meters away from the background, and this gives us complete control on our background and on our model. And then of course we've got to start with the main light, which is the key light that we're going to start with. And this, as you can see, is set on I'm fortunate enough to have a high glide system here, which means I can put this light anywhere. But of course you can also use these on stands. And that's the light we start off with. So we're going to start by, I'm going to switch it on so you'll see what it does. Got to switch all the modeling lights on, would help, wouldn't it? There we go. And that's basically our main light. Now the position of this, this is called a sunlight reflector, which I really find very useful because it's not too large like most softboxes are, and you've got complete control. It's actually quite useful because you've got diffusers in here that you can actually decide what the intensity of the light is. If you see that now that light has got one less diffuser in it, I've actually got a little harsher light. When I put this in, clips in like that, I've got quite a nice soft light. And the position of this light is determined with obviously where the model is sitting and obviously the height from the distance.
Why have you decided to place the main light in this position exactly?
Well, models do have certain preferences to which side they like being lit. In this case, Jade, she likes being lit from the sort of right side of the camera. And so I'm lighting it sort of slightly 45 degrees, slightly looking down, so we get a nice soft light coming down from this direction. And once we've got this light in place, obviously this is sort of guessing where the model's exactly going to be, and we'll do the fine refinements afterwards. I'm going to sort of put it approximately about there. Once we've got that in place, the next light is to bring in, we're going to use as a fill-in. Now this fill-in light basically is the one that you want to have a little bit of control, get the thing to work. There we go. And this light again I'm going to place slightly to the left of our, or should I say to the right of our model, and this is going to fill in the other side from obviously our main light, which is the one that we set our camera to. Now in this case I don't want it to be too towards the camera because it'll become too flat. I want to sort of keep the model in from this light. So basically this one is just going to fill in this side of the light, and when we come through the exposures you'll see how the ratio works. Okay, now we've got our main light in position and obviously our fill-in light, and these are going to be refined a bit later. We're now going to put on our hair light.
Right. Why is the hair light important?
Well, this hair light is, particularly with the kind of lighting we're using today, is that basically we want to get a little bit of separation from the model's hair against the background. And what I'm going to use is this. This is actually called a honeycomb attachment, and you can see you've got these different grids, medium and small.
Yes.
And basically I'm going to use a sort of medium one on this, and these actually direct the light. As you can see, the moment you put it on, it cuts all the extraneous light out, and particularly the angle that it's at, this isn't then going to affect the camera, so therefore you've got a controlled beam of light that comes down, particularly onto the model's hair. You'll see when we get her in place what this light does. And the thing about this is that the power of this light, which I'll explain a bit later, is actually more powerful than our main light, and this is why it's quite important to have good control on this. Once we've done this light, then of course we've got the background light. Now this one, again, if I can get it to work, there we go. And we're going to use this with an attachment called a backlight reflector. And it's sort of slightly, as you see, sort of spherical shaped. And basically by lighting it from this direction, I'm actually going to be able to get quite a nice graduated type of light falling on the background. The thing about lighting your background, particularly as we're using white, is that if you have too much spill on it, it'll bounce back into the camera and you'll get flare. So the idea of this attachment basically is to be able to control the amount of bounce back. White reflects nearly 90% of your light, so you've got to have complete control on that. And that's the basic setup. As you see, we've got main light, fill-in light, hair light, and background light. The next thing we've got to do is to bring in a couple of refinements. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in this reflector, which basically we're going to bounce a little bit of light back up under the model's chin. We place it about there. These are all very sort of general positioning, and when we get the model in, we'll do the fine tuning. And then we're going to bring in a couple of polyboards here, screens with polystyrene boards. And the idea of these is basically, a little bit further out, James, is as you'll see, what it does is it not only acts as a bounce reflector, but it also cuts out the extraneous light from the main light. So we've now got a kind of a tent system here, which is quite controllable. And of course the next thing is to bring the model in. And that's basically it.
Let's get started.
Yeah, fine. We're now going to do the final readings. So we're going to get James to take a few light readings. Now we start off with the main light. We'll get a reading of that. We want that to be F11.
Yes, F11.
Great, okay. Now fill in.
8.5.
Yeah, that should be 8.5, that's good. Now the hair light is quite important. We don't have this too powerful. So take it more down towards her head, that's good.
F16.
Yeah, that's too powerful. It's want about half stop or less on that, please, James. So get it down to about 11.5. You okay?
Yep.
Good.
11.5.
Good. And that's about the balance. Now we want to go to the background. And you take the centre of the background towards the model, please, James. Make sure you're not in the way. Good. And we want that. That's 11, is it?
Yes.
Good. And we've got the balance about right and we're ready to shoot. Colour card in. Okay, let's get the card in just a little bit to your left. Can you bring it further back towards your face? That's it. A little bit higher up. That's good. Okay, just do a couple of tests. Hold it there. Okay, one more, and I think that's fine. Good. Using digital cameras in the studio enables me to shoot directly onto the computer's hard drive with no need to use compact flash cards. It also allows me to check the exposure and colour temperature before going ahead with the shoot. Okay, for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to start with the lighting at the stage by stage process. I'm going to start off with the main light. And this is the one that lights the main part of the subject, and that's the one that you set your camera to. And then we're going to set the next light, which is the fill-in light, which fills in the light on the opposite side of the main light. And the next one James is going to put on the hair light, which lights the top of the model's head and gives a bit more definition in there. And then last but not least is the background light. And this does what it says, it lights the background, so it gives us a nice clean white background. And there we go. And as you can see, it looks pretty good. That's good, that's nice. Good, lovely. Okay, so look at that. Get this thing to find itself. That's nice. Good. And again. Good, good, good. That's nice. And one more like that. Good. Yep. Chin down a little bit. Drop the shoulder. Good. Relax the mouth a touch. Okay, count you in. 3, 2, 1. Good. One more like that. Good. Chin up a touch. Nice, nice. Okay. That's lovely. Good. Okay, a few more. Nice. Bring your head over to me a little bit. That's it. Nice. Hold it. Good. Now look down and look up to make your eyes fresher. 3, 2, 1. That's lovely. Good. That's good. Okay. That's fine. One more. Good. Okay. Up again. Okay. Can you just straighten the hair out a bit, please, Laura? Just getting a little bit... That's good. Okay, and again, let's work the camera. Nice, good, that's lovely. And again, one more like that. Turn your head back a bit, that's good. Okay, look down, look up again. 3, 2, 1, up to camera. Good, last few. And again, up to camera, good. I think we got it. That was a nice one, that last one. Yep, I think we got it. That's a wrap.
What's the setup for this shot?
Well, this shot's going to be fairly simple, Robert. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a softbox here, and I'm just going to put a gel in front of the flash tube. I'm not going to have any the material that comes with it on it.
Right. Why are you going to use a diffuser?
Well, what I want to do with this particular shot, I'm going to use this material which is made by, I think it's Roscoe diffuser material, which basically is, it's also a larger area that's going to be lit by the softbox. This is going to direct the light through, be able to direct the light through the screen and give us kind of a silhouette backlight. That's basically what we're going to do. It's going to be fairly editorial style the lighting that we're doing for this shot. And then basically I'm going to have, you see that snoot up there, this is going to be our main light, which really is going to be a very narrow light source onto the model's face. So it's going to be fairly atmospheric and very dramatic. And the idea of this is it's going to be almost silhouette. So the model's part of her body is going to be silhouette. And then we're going to add a couple of these sort of polystyrene screens, which are almost going to be like a giant light box where the light's going to come through. And then, as I said, all we're going to have is that small snoot on the model's face. And we're going to use this fan down here just to add a bit of atmosphere to lift a bit of life into the model's hair. And it's as simple as that. I mean, it's a very, very simple shot, but you'll see more when we actually get it set up. Okay, first we're going to start with the main light. And we want that to be around about f11. And then we want to take a reading of the background light, and you point that just behind the model's body and to the background. And we want that to be about 16. Yep. Okay, and I'm just going to do some fine tuning, and that's it. Okay. What's important about this light, Robert, is to position it exactly on the model's face. As you can see, it's the snoot that's directing the light onto the model, and therefore it's got to be fairly precise. So if the model moves away or the light moves, so James, you're going to have to keep it well onto her face so it's lighting, that's it, a little bit better like that. Good. And so it concentrates in that particular area. So as the model's moving, James, you're just going to have to keep moving the light. And I think that's about it, and we're virtually ready to shoot. Right, for the demonstration purposes for this DVD, I'm going to set this lighting up stage by stage, and you'll see, first of all, we're going to put the background light on, which we've put a blue gel on. And then we're going to put the main light on, which is this snoot, which is going to light the model's face. And you see we've got to get it in a precise position. And that's basically the setup. Quite simple. And I think we're ready to shoot. Good. It's nice. Looking down, like change of shape. Good, straight into camera. That's nice, like that. Good, hold it. One more like that. Chin down, bit of profile. That's the one. Okay. To camera now. That's it. Look straight into the camera. Good. Bring that right hand up a bit so there's more shape in it. And the left hand in. That's good. One more like that. Yep. Okay, last one on this. Yep. Okay. Okay, now I think we can go for maybe a little bit more of a profile on the body and hands on your hips. Let's try that. That's it. You know, no, yeah, that's it. Let's get that wind blowing into your hair. That's good. Yeah, I like it. Good. That's nice. Good shape. And again, nice. Good. Yep. Turn to camera a little bit. Get that light on the face, James, please. That's it. Camera. That's it. That's nice look. Good. Hold it. Okay, this time. Okay, and again, nice. Straight into the camera, good. And again, nice. Yep. Okay, chin down a little bit. Last one on this. Okay, let's bring your hands down to your side like we did, sort of leaning up against the screen. Bring your hands in. Yep, but a little bit tighter with the hands. Bring them closer onto the screen. Good, that's nice. Chin down a little bit, good. Fans blowing well, good. Good. Chin up a little bit, that's nice. Bring your hand in a little bit on the right side. Yeah, that's good. Looking down, good. Yep. Good. Try looking at camera. Last one. I think we've got that. That looks good. Okay, I think that's a wrap.
Now this shot looks more complicated than the last one, John, so how will you decide where to place your models?
Well, as you can see, we built the set off the ground for the reason because we're shooting sort of into the models more, and basically we've got to rehearse where we're going to put the models. This shot I want actually the male model Anthony to lie down and to have Jade coming across from this angle. What's quite complicated with this is we've got to light it, we'll get the models on so we can rehearse the shot, so we can see what they look like. Otherwise, if we come to do the final thing and we need to make major adjustments with the lights, because I'm only sort of kind of guessing here where we're going to have the models and where the lighting's going to be. So we're going to bring them on now and just have a quick look to see what they look like. That's the main objective of that. Okay, so she'll get the models on. Right, okay guys? Okay, Anthony, if you can lay that way, sort of go around the back and come across. And Jade, if you can go around the back, please. Let's get this camera out of the way. Let's hope the set don't collapse. Right, that's basically it. It's a hard life for you. Right, and then get Jade in a position. Right. Yeah, the idea is you've got your hand on his chest. That's a hard. That's it. That looks good. Yeah. And what we've got to do is we've got to light your face, Jade, slightly independently with this snoot, and then we're going to rim light from here, Anthony, and then rim light the back with that one over there. So we're going to need to probably do a bit of minor adjustments here and there, but overall it looks quite good. Do you feel comfortable there? Yeah. Yeah? You're not? Yeah, I thought you would. Yeah. He's got the hardest job. No, that looks good. No, I think that's going to work. I think it's the shape, because we're going to probably shoot it along this line. It's going to be quite a tight shot. And when we get them in the right kit and Jade's out of rollers, that looks good. Yeah, good. Okay, guys, thanks very much. Right, John, pop off. Right, and I think that's it. You see what I'm saying about it? Just you see what we're doing. We're going to need to adjust a few things, but I think we're almost there and ready to shoot. Good. Okay, we just got to do some light readings. I'll start with the main light. We want that one to be 11.
Yeah, that's good.
This one with the gel, the blue gel on it, we want this to at least be 11.5.
Okay.
Yep, 11.5, okay. And these rim lights here at the back, we want at least 16. So we've got to make sure that they're on. Right, come around here and do this one. So point it up to it.
16.
Okay, and that just gives us the nice power, because I think this one is going to fill in with the blue. Okay, and that light's very important. You have that on the model's face all the time. Okay. Okay, first we have the main light, which is going to light the Jade's face, the model's face. Then we're going to have the sort of effect filter light on the left with the blue gel on it, and that's just going to illuminate Anthony. Then we're going to use a couple of rim lights left, and that lights the side of Anthony, and then right, and that lights the back of Jade's hair and the back of her dress. And that's basically it. And I think we're ready to shoot. Yep. And again. That's nice. Yeah, I like it. Stay as they are. That's it. Anthony, you keep looking at her. Yep. That's good. Anthony, looking up at her. That's it. Yep. Let's just check it for a second before we go any further. Yeah, you've got to be looking at me, Jade, right into the camera. Okay. Go again. That's it. That's nice. Good. Like it. And again, one more like that. Good. To camera now. Chin down a little bit. Good. That's nice. Good. Hold it there. And again, slightly arch your back, Jade. Touch. That's it. Chin down a fraction. Good. And again. Good. That's nice. Anthony, chin down a fraction. Head slightly out of shot. That's it. And again, lean away a bit. That's good. To camera. Good. That's nice. Right. 3, 2, 1. Good. And again, just a little bit. Right, this time do one where Anthony, you're looking at her, and Jade, you're looking at camera. That's it. Good. Quite. Now the other way round. Anthony, you look at camera. That's good. That's it. Really a bit more attitude. Good. Push away a little bit, Jade. Good. Both at camera now. Work to camera. Good. Okay, this time. That's nice. Okay, and again. Good. And again, chin down a little bit lower, Jade. Move into him a bit. Good. Okay. And again. Try both to camera now. Just glance over, Jade. That's it. One more like that. That's lovely. That's good. That's a good one. One more like that, and then we're done. That's perfect. I think that's a wrap. For this final studio shot, I'm going to demonstrate a fairly simple male body shot using rim lighting. As you can see from the diagram, this is achieved by placing two flash heads with standard dish attachments behind the model at a 45-degree angles. We have also placed two polyboards either side of the model to control any excess of spill light. And finally, my assistant will be holding a gold reflector to fill in the parts of the model's body. Right, for demonstration purposes, we're just going to put the first rim light on the right. You see where it catches the model that side, and then the left one. And then we're going to bring a reflector in, which you'll see then picks up. You can move it around, James, you'll see what it does. It picks up the highlights of the front of the body. And that's about it, and basically we're set up and ready to shoot. Nice. Okay. And again, that's it. Good. Yep, looking down. Just stay looking down. So get nice tight abs. Good. Good. Yep. Okay. The camera. That reflector's good, James. That's nice. Yep. Couple more. Good. Straight into the camera. A bit more moody. That's it. Good. Okay, and again, that's nice. Good. Chin down a little bit. Bring your left hand in a bit, it's dragging out a bit. That's it, good. Okay. Turn your head like that, that's it, good. Okay. I think that's a wrap. And here we are at our location section of our lighting workshop, and we're at this old traction engine foundry in Kent. This foundry dates back to the 1860s, and apparently it's the only belt-driven machinery that's still in operation today. And after an extensive recce, which we did earlier, I've sort of decided this area here was quite good to shoot in.
Why have you chosen this particular area?
Well, the reason is as you can see around, the actual location is quite busy, and it's got a lot of machinery sticking out in all different directions, and sometimes to keep the pictures fairly simple, like for example this wheel is quite a strong backdrop, you've got a simple sort of prop in the foreground, it's quite easy and concentrated, and we haven't got too much going on in the background. And basically keeping the shot compact and choosing an area that is more confined, that you haven't got too many elements in the background, makes your shots and your subject stand out better from the background. And obviously the next thing we've got to do is light it.
It seems quite dark in here, John. How have you decided to light the shot?
Yeah, well, basically we're going to light it with at least 4 flash heads. I've decided on using a fairly simple small softbox here, which is going to light the main part of our subject. And then I've used a kind of a soft gridded light there, which is got a soft effect and a harsh effect as well. And this will also bring light from a direction to sort of rim light partly our models, as well as over here I've lit it with a sort of standard dish, and I've put a filter on it. Now the thing about this particular subject is that it's very black and that it always absorbs a lot of light, and if you don't put some colour into the shot, it will have a tendency everywhere to go very stark and black. Therefore I'm going to light it with a warm-up gel there, and through this sort of holes in the cog, which I think are quite effective, we're going to put a blue light on the background light, so we're going to have light coming through it. And then just to add more atmosphere to it, I'm hoping it's going to work, we're going to put a smoke machine through here just to add a bit more atmosphere. I mean, basically the problem when you come to light anything like this is that it's so much dark areas that you have to light them out. I mean, we're going to try to do obviously a couple shot here, and then we're going to do a single male shot, sort of body type shot, and this sort of lends itself for that kind of shot, and again without losing the atmosphere of the location itself. And that I think is the crucial thing, where you can have a tendency to overlight things, but I think sometimes you have to add, like we're going to do, add a bit of colour into the shot, otherwise, as I said, this background will soak all the light up.
What type of lights do you generally use on location?
The lights I use generally on location are called Esprit Geminis, and the beauty of these lights is that you not only can use them mains powered, but you can also use them battery powered, which is a great advantage when you go to some locations that don't have access to mains. And I find them really good because they're that versatile, and you know, you can use them outside or you can use them inside, which is very useful. Okay, Tony, let's take some night readings and start with the main light. Okay, what's
60.
that? Right, okay, let's see what this one is. Effect light.
16 and a half.
Yep, that's about right. And let's go for the background light.
16 and a half.
Now what you want to do is try to get a reading through, if you can, through those holes so you can see what the effect light is. Maybe a bit lower, Tony, because that's where it's going to be standing. Right, get it in clear. That should be,
22.
yeah, that's fine. We want about a stop difference between our main light and a fill-in light so we can get the shafts of light coming through. But that looks fine. Good, I think we're ready to go. Right, for the demonstration purposes for this DVD, I'm going to set this lighting up stage by stage. Okay, now we start with just the main light, and then we start with the fill-in effect light, and as you see it's just catching the right side of the models, and then we've got the effect background light, and that's, as you can see, is lighting the model's hair. And to give you a better idea of how we've lit the background through the wheel, we're just going to switch the background light on, and you'll see the way it picks up through the holes in the wheel, and that gives us a view of where the smoke machine is going to work and come through. Okay, let's just get a position. Let's try what the smoke machine looks like. Okay, hold on a second. Let me get you in position, and then we'll try smoke machine. Okay, do you want to get the smoke machine up? Push it till it stops. Okay. Good. Get it coming up. Now smoke it up. That's it. That's it. Good. Hold it there. That's good. Oh yeah, that smoke really brings it alive. Let it come up. Good. And again. Good. That's good. Good. Hair looks a bit odd here with the hands up.
Hand, yeah.
That's all right. Carry on. That's looking good. That's looking good. Yeah, that smoke really works. Carry on. That's good. I'll tell you what, Auntie, you're looking down, and Steph, you look at the camera. So that's it. Don't hold you. Just hold that. That's it. Just give it a good shape. Okay, let's try that. That's good. Smoke. Come on, let's go for it. Come on, here we go. They're nearly on fire. That's good. And again. That's a good shot. This is good. This is good. This is good. And again. Oh yeah. Hang on. Carry on, more smoke. Let's get it. Really go for it. Tony's dying over there. That's good. Lots of smoke. Good. Nice. Good. Rear to camera now. Good. Again, these are good. More smoke, please. Yeah, I need more contact with the eye contact. Come on. That's good. God, you're on fire. That's a good one. Good. A bit too much. It's good. And again. Good, good, good. Good. These are good. Nice, tight. Good. Elbow down. Good. Good. More smoke. Good. These are good. And again. Good. Both to camera. Both to camera. Let's work it. Come on. Good. Good. Last few. Last one now. Good. That's good attitude. Good. That's it. Okay, it's a wrap. Right, here we are at this traction engine foundry, and we did a recce and came out into the grounds, and we found this rather interesting old charabanc. And what I'm going to demonstrate in this section is actually how to use fill-in flash and also how to use reflectors on location. Unfortunately, the weather is a bit dull today, so you're going to see a combination of how we use fill-in flash, balancing it with the daylight, as well as the combination of a gold or silver reflector. And that's basically what we can do.
John, when you're setting up a location shot like this, how important is the position of the sun?
Well, very important actually, but as you can see today we haven't got any sun, so we're really limited to what we can do in a shot like this. One of the problems is that when you've got a very flat light, which is where you can see where the sky is sort of completely overcast, we've got to use a combination of either reflectors or fill-in flash. With this reflector, for example, you can see that with a gold kicks in quite a lot of light from the daylight. The silver, I think, probably, in my opinion, is a little bit too severe, and you just make your subject a little bit too harsh, and the warmth just adds, because we've got low colour temperature here because of the daylight balance, is probably, what's the exposure here today?
25 FA.
Yeah, so it's bright, but it's still very low. It's 125 at 8, so probably what I'd use is a combination of the reflector and the fill-in flash. And with these Geminis with a nice softbox on it, we can actually balance the two. So in other words, if for example we use the reflector and the fill-in flash, it'll give it a little bit of kick. I mean, the art of using fill-in flash basically is not to know that it's fill-in flash, so you've got to be very careful that you don't overpower the flash. And you see a lot of people take pictures outside when it's, you know, dull day, and they use the flash and it looks so obvious it's flash. But in this case, we only want a little bit of flash, so I'm going to probably keep that about half a stop less than my main light. Sorry, less than my daylight, should I say, not main light, daylight. So basically, a combination of the two should give us quite a nice shot, and we'll see when we get the models in place what it actually looks like.
So it's turned a bit cloudy now, John. How will you be lighting this shot?
Well, basically, as you can see, it's gone very, obviously, low light, and the lighting's very flat. What we've got to do is got to brighten the shot up a bit, and what I'm going to do is we'll try using a silver reflector, but I think we're definitely going to have to use fill-in flash here, because at the moment the light source is coming mainly from this reflector. But if we put a silver in, you'll see what that does. I think that might be, we might need to use a bit of a warmth, to put a bit of warmth into it. Flip it round, see what that does. You see immediately when we put the gold in, you can see how it catches. Now, if we don't use that too strong, that gives us a nice warm glow. And I think with a little bit of fill-in flash, which we can just kick in a bit of light, because as you can see where Anthony is quite dark in there, and we've got to put a bit of light in. So generally the balance between the fill-in flash and the reflector is going to help to kick the shot, give the shot a bit more strength. So I think, you know, we can try that and see what it looks like. And then of course, depending on the power of the flash we use, we can balance it out. Here's the shot with no reflector. Then we bring the silver reflector in, then back out again, then back in, then back out again. Then we bring the gold reflector in, then we take it out, then we bring it in again. Then we take it out. Good, okay, to camera. Yep, good, hold it there. Did that fire?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, and again, that's it, real mean and moody. Okay. Both to camera now, Steph, look at me, that's nice. And again, these are looking good. Straighten up a little bit, Steph, can you just a little bit, that's it. Going in close, attitude to camera, good. And again, good, that's lovely, good. And again, nice. Chin down a little bit, Anthony. Good. Good. Again, a bit of attitude. Good. And again, nice. Bit of attitude. Come on. That's it. Turn your head square to camera, Anthony. Slightly more like that. That's it. Chin down a little bit, both of you. That's good. To camera. Good. Okay, let's get it straight down the lens. Good. A little bit softer. Good. Anthony, chin down a little bit, please. Good. Steph, can you turn your head a fraction to camera? That's it. Yeah, that's good. Drop your mouth a little bit. Good, that's lovely. And again, one more like that. Good, now one looking away. Look at the, yeah, that's good. Eye level a little bit further around, Steph, to me. That's good, no more to there. That's good, lovely, hold it there. And again, eyes round a little bit, Steph, bring them round. There, that's it, that's good. A little bit more, a little softer. Good, can you move your position a little bit? Maybe get a little bit closer. That's it. And then again, this time look in that direction. Try that. Look it over to your left. That's good. Chin down a little bit, Anthony. Good, that's lovely. And again, and then one more to camera. Now both of you to camera. Good. A little bit softer. Good. I think that's fine. Good. I think we got it. Good. Some good stuff there, yeah. Good, okay. Okay, let's check that fill-in. Yeah, just, let's have a look. Oh no, that looks good. Now that's nice, I like it, I like it, I like it. Okay, now what I want you to do, this is all very much to camera, but you know, just give us some nice sort of very strong looks. That's it, that's good. Okay, let's try that, good. And see, chin down a little bit. Good, and again, nice, all to camera now. Good, Tony, can you move in with the reflector a bit? Good, that's it, catches the eyes better. Good, and again, to camera all the time. Good. Maybe one where you're sort of looking slightly down. That's it, a little bit moodier. That's it. Eyes sort of to your left. That's it. Yeah, that's good, like that. One more like that. Good. And again. Yep, that's fine. Now, last few to the camera. Good. A little bit softer. Good. More eye contact. Yep. Good. Last couple. Yep, that's fine. Okay, great. We've now reached the end of the program. I hope you have picked up a few useful hints and tips. I wish you all the best with your photography. Thank you for watching and bye for now.